So, those of you who didn't get around to doing it yesterday, please could you, what was my please? If you do it mind. Excellent. That's good to know. I can mute you guys if you can't hear me. Right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So those of you who haven't done the coordinates one yesterday, please can you get that done before today's exercise. So what we're going to establish today is when we have an equation of a straight line, it's just a rule that we have to follow. So all of these equations are straight lines that you've got written down here. Y equals 3, y equals 4x, y equals 3x minus 1. They're all going to lead to us having straight lines on a graph. But at the end of the day, we've just followed a rule, established lots and lots of points, and those points together form a straight line. Okay? So these are all instructions which generate a set of points, and these sets of points form a straight line. So I'm just going to demonstrate some of these. So we're being asked here, when it just clicks through. So here, oh gosh, there's a big lag, isn't there? I'll just wait for it. I'm going to wait for it to click through. Gosh, it's a huge lag. I'm assuming it still says straight line graphs at your end. So I'm just going to have to wait for it to click through onto the next page, guys. There's no point me carrying on until you can see the same screen that I can see. Poppy, you've got your hand up. Maybe you're there to help me with something.
Well, no, I can just see black.
You can just see black?
Yeah.
Right. What about anyone else? Is everyone else still seeing the cover, or can you all just see black?
I can see the straight line graphs.
You said straight line graphs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. That's yes. So Poppy, I think that's at your end, but everyone else, it's not much good that we can just see the cover. I need it to move on to the next page. So obviously Teams is playing up a bit this morning. What I think I'll do, I will go and share and unshare the page again. We're just going to have to be patient. So I'm just going to share and unshare and hope it comes back with the correct page. So this might be a bit painful today until it gets sorted, but I think this is what we're going to have to do, because you do need to see what I'm doing to understand what's going on. So let's hope when this comes back, it comes back on the new page. So I think you're just looking at Bond. Somebody could give me a shout if you think that you're actually, if you think you see it saying, oh, there we go, excellent. Can somebody just give me a wave if you can see it saying plot the graph y equals 2?
It's black still.
So it might be that we have to do this painfully slow way, guys. So what we have to do with these, thank you, we're going to have to create a table of points. Now, it might be that the table is given to us in the question already, or it might be we just have to create some coordinates, some points from scratch. Now, what I really want to get across to you here is the x values. If you're creating a set of points yourself, the x values, the x coordinate is completely up to you. So let's just always go for some straightforward ones. Let's just go for 0, 1, and 2. So let's see how big the lag is. Oh dear. You can't see it saying 1 and 2.
It's still black.
Well, it is for you, but I think everyone else can see it saying plot the graph y equals 2, can't they?
Probably. It's probably at my end.
Yeah.
I'll rewatch the video after.
Yeah, okay. Can anybody else confirm it's still saying plot the graph y equals 2 for you, and you can see it saying x equals y, but you've got no numbers on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Right, am I literally going to have to...
written stuff that isn't working.
Right, I think what I will do then, Will, can you just mute? Right, well done, Will. Right, I think again, because I really do need you to see this, I'm going to have, it's going to be a painful process, but I'm just going to have to mute, I'm going to have to share and unshare, and just so, because I think that's the only way at the moment that we're getting up to, we're getting a Right. So let me just, I'm just going to share and unshare because I still don't think you can see it. Don't know why it has the odd day like this, or it's really slow. Maybe it's my internet. So I've just shared and unshared again, and then it will come back. And the good news is I won't have to do too many examples for you to understand what's going on, but you will need to see one or two. So let's just hope you get the screen in a minute. It's just black at my end. Yes.
I can see it.
So you can, yeah, you can
I can see it.
Right. Lovely. Thank you. So those X values are numbers that I've just made up. Now I've got to follow the rule. Now this rule, as it happens for this particular graph, there's no mention of X in what I have to do. It's just telling me that every single Y coordinate has to equal 2. Okay, so the Y coordinates, I'm just going to pop in a whole bunch of 2's because I'm following that rule. Y equals 2. So I'm just popping in a whole lot of 2's. Again, it's painfully slow, guys, but I'm just going to have to go and share and unshare the screen for you to get the next update of the screen. But that's okay, we'll get there in the end. Okay, so can you see what I've done here? This graph just required Y to equal 2. So on this particular one, whatever X values I had chosen was irrelevant. Now I could carry on doing lots and lots more coordinates, but 3's enough to get a straight line. So what I'm now going to do, I'm going to plot those coordinates. So this is just like yesterday. So my first coordinate is 0, 2, then the coordinate 1, 2, and then the coordinate 2, 2. So I'm just going to go and plot these now. And I will go and share and unshare if it doesn't come through, and you can see what's going on. Oh gosh, look at that. It's starting to work a bit, guys. It's catching. Oh, there we go. Lovely. So can you see what I've done? I've gone and generated 3 coordinates. That 0, 2 gave me the coordinate 0, 2. That 1, 2 gave me the coordinate 1, 2. And that 2, 2 gave me the coordinate 2, 2. Now, I've just then gone and plotted those points just like yesterday. Those are those 3 little points. I've gone 0 along the corridor, 2 up the stairs, 1 along the corridor, 2 up the stairs, and 2 along the corridor, 2 up the stairs. Now, 3's enough for me to see the pattern, and then I've just drawn in my straight line, and that is the line Y equals 2. So I have followed the instruction that at the top that just basically said, okay, you need to draw all the points where the Y coordinate equals 2. Right, our second example. Okay, we'll see how quickly this comes through. So the next one I'm doing is X equals, actually, do you know what, I'm going to skip that one, given it's not working very well. We're going to go on to this one in 2 slides time. I will see if it catches up, but I'm just going to go and get ready if we need to go back to do it the old-fashioned way. Right, no, good. There's a bit of a lag, but I think it's going to be worth me hanging on. So for this question, I've got to go and draw the graph. I've got to follow the instruction that Y equals 2 lots of whatever X is. So I've got to follow that instruction to create some points. So I'm going to go and set up a little table. Okay, there we go. Sometimes, and certainly with all the questions you're going to be doing on Dr. Frost today, the table is already there. They've already told you which X values to use. But if they didn't give you a table, you would make up your own X values. So there we go. Now, I've just got to go and follow that instruction at the top. My Y coordinate is 2 lots of whatever my X coordinate is. That's what that instruction at the top is. That where it says Y equals 2X, that means that to work out the Y coordinate, you double whatever the X coordinate is. So let's go down to that first X value, which is 0. Go and double 0. What is double 0? That is 0. So that's given me my first coordinate 0, 0, and I will go and plot that point. I know there's a lag, but I'm going to hope that it catches up. Okay, let's just give it a few seconds and see if it does. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
Excuse me.
Hello.
It hasn't gone for me. It hasn't gone forward.
So what's it saying for you?
It's still on plot the graph y equals 2x.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. We're just waiting for it, and then you've just got the bit in blue underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, we're all waiting for the red bit to come through. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to share and unshare just so you can. Yeah, I think at the moment what's happening is I can see what you can see, Aaron. So I can see it's not working. So I'm just going to go and share and unshare again because it's not coming through. So there we go. Share and unshare. And pop it back on the board, and then with a bit of luck it will come through in red. I know this is slow, guys, but I think on a day like this we don't really have a choice because I do need you to see what I'm doing. Oh, do you do this level's order? All you've got to do is literally take this stuff off him. Right, okay, guys. Finally, we got there. So let me just go over what I just said then. So when x was 0, you can see the blue value is 0. I've gone and said, right, my instruction here, y is to double whatever my x coordinate is. 2 lots of 0 is 0. So that's generated the first coordinate 0, 0, which I've gone and plotted in red. Right, I'm now going to move on to the next one and do it in green. Now, when x is 1, my instruction at the top is telling me I've got to double it. Now, 2 lots of 1 is 2. So my second coordinate is 1, 2, which I'm going to do in green, though I know it hasn't come through yet. And then I've gone and plotted that on the graph. And then I'm going to just do all of this and then share and unshare and talk you through it again. And then my third coordinate, when x is 2, well, y equals 2 lots of whatever x is, 2 2s of 4. So my third coordinate is 2, 4. And I'm going to go and plot that. Now I can see they're all in a straight line. So there is my final answer. Right, I'm going to share and unshare again, guys. I'm going to share and unshare. And we'll just wait this to come through, and I will talk you through this one again. And I think what we'll then do, although I'd have liked to have done more examples, you might as well start having a go, and I try and help you out. It's not ideal, but it's just to stop-start this, isn't it, when I'm having to share and unshare all the time. So let's just make sure we get this one when it comes through, that you fully understand this one, and then I'll let you get on with it. So let's just wait for it to come through. I think we've got a black screen now. Still a black screen. Oh dear. Right, we will wait for that to come through. Okay, and once it comes through, I will carry on talking about it. But rather than we all just watch a black screen, why don't you guys just go and have a look at the worksheet and just call out for help, and I will help you. Work your way through it. Okay, Brooke, I can see you've just rattled through it already, so well done. As has Ava. Okay, so I think you are going to be able to figure this out. Okay, guys, so just go over to the worksheet. I will carry on sharing and unsharing until this actually appears. Okay.
Would number 2 equal -3?
Let me go have a look. I'm going to have a look. Yes, it will.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well done. So I'm going to share and unshare, guys, but oh, there we go. It's on the board now. Thank God for that, finally. So those of you who aren't, so your choice. I'm going to keep on talking through that one on the board, okay? But if you want to just carry on, get on with those questions, that's fine. So you don't have to be listening to me talking now, but I just want to get this onto the recording for people who are coming along who aren't in the meeting at the moment, okay? So we had to plot the graph y equals 2x. I made up those x coordinates, 0, 1, and 2, and then to work out the y values, I just follow the instruction at the top. So that instruction is telling me that whatever the y value, to work out the y value, I just double whatever the x value is. So when x was 0, y was 0. When x was 1, I doubled 1 to get 2. And when x was 2, I doubled 2 to get 4. And that generated those 3 coordinates, and those are the ones I've plotted. And then 3 was enough for me to see the pattern for the straight line. So I'm going to stop the recording there. I just don't think it's worth me trying to do another example. And then you guys just get on with the questions. And I'm just sorry that it hasn't worked very well today. I think it might be because my computer's also trying to download that World Book Day assembly,